Respected brothers and sisters, I want to speak to you today from a place of truth and deep urgency, because what I am about to share is not just a message. It is a revelation that can change the course of your life. I know there are some of you right now who are exhausted, who have given all you can, who have prayed, fasted, and still feel overlooked. You've looked at your finances, your life, your family, and wondered, God, why is this so hard? Why am I stuck? Is there hope for me? I want you to hear me clearly today. The God who sees your heart, who knows every tear you've shed, every sleepless night, every worry you carry, has not forgotten you. He is ready to act on your behalf. But the door to miracles opens only when you trust him fully. Maybe you've been holding back. Maybe fear has kept you from giving, from stepping out, from obeying the call to faith. Maybe you've thought, I don't have enough. This is impossible. Let me tell you something. The smallest seed sown in faith can produce a harvest beyond imagination. The God who multiplied loaves and fishes, who provided for a widow in her time of despair, who turned scarcity into abundance, is the same God today, waiting to multiply what you already have. But it starts with trust. It starts with obedience. It starts with faith in the unseen. I need you to understand this. Your circumstances are not your final story. Your lack is not the end of your testimony. Your hardship is not the absence of blessing. God's multiplication happens in the most impossible situations, through the most ordinary resources, in the hearts of those who choose to trust him when the world says it's over. Your miracle is not in your hands. It is in God's hands. I encourage you right now, as you listen, comment below what God is about to do in your life. Share this message with someone who needs hope. Hit like, because by doing this, you are helping spread faith, multiplication, and divine provision to more hearts than you could ever imagine. And as we go through this message together, I want you to open your heart fully, because today, faith in the unseen will meet the God who multiplies, and your miracle can begin. Faith in the unseen opens the door to miracles. I need you to hear me clearly, because this is not a small truth. This is life, changing, kingdom-shaking reality right now. I know there are people listening to me who are exhausted, worn out, wondering if God is even there, wondering if their prayers will ever be answered, wondering if their faith is enough. You have looked at your finances, looked at your life, looked at your opportunities, and said to yourself, it's impossible, there's no way. But I am telling you today, the very moment you choose to believe in what you cannot yet see, the very moment you take that step in faith, you open the door to miracles that the human eye could never imagine. Miracles are not given to those who see only with their eyes. They are given to those who see with their heart, with unwavering trust, with a faith that says, I cannot see the way, but I know you will make a way. Faith is not passive. Faith is not a wishful thought or a fleeting hope. Faith is an active, living declaration that God's power is greater than your limitations. There are people right now who have struggled their entire lives with finances, with doors that won't open, with opportunities that seem blocked yet. God is waiting for just one thing: your willingness to step forward, believing he will provide. Your miracle is not in what you see, it is in what you trust. Faith in the unseen means giving when it doesn't make sense, obeying when it hurts, tithing when your account is empty, and stepping into actions that the world calls foolish. Because here is the secret: the world measures by scarcity, but God measures by abundance. What looks impossible to man is simple to God, and he has a supernatural ability to multiply what seems insufficient. God multiplies what the world calls insufficient. Think about this for a moment. There are countless stories in the Bible where God took what seemed small, what seemed lacking, and turned it into more than anyone could imagine. A widow with a handful of flour, a boy with 5 loaves and 2 fish, a man with nothing in his hands, yet everything in his heart. They all experienced divine multiplication because they trusted God more than their circumstances. This is the law of heaven. What is insufficient in human eyes becomes overflowing in God's hands. The world will tell you that there's never enough, that your situation is hopeless, that your finances, your opportunities, your talents are too small. But God sees differently. God looks at the small seed in your hand and says, "This is enough for me to do what only I can do. This is enough to produce a harvest beyond your imagination. This is enough to show my power and glory." I need you to feel this truth deep in your spirit. Your lack is not a limitation. It is an invitation. It is an opportunity for God to display His supernatural power, His miraculous provision, His ability to multiply what you thought could never grow. Every time you step out in faith, every time you obey Him, even when it hurts, every time you give when it seems impossible, you are planting a seed for a miracle. The multiplication does not happen because of human effort. It does not happen because of your intelligence or connections. It happens because God is faithful, and He honors the faith of those who believe in what they cannot yet see. There will be moments of doubt. There will be days when your heart aches, when your finances are empty, when the world whispers that you are foolish. But I am telling you today, those are the moments when heaven is closest. Those are the moments when the miracle is forming, when God is preparing the multiplication. You cannot see it yet, but if you hold on, if you keep trusting, if you keep obeying, God will take your insufficient resources, your small beginnings, your meager possessions, and He will multiply them into something so great that you will have no choice but to praise Him. Faith in the unseen requires perseverance. It requires that you do not look at your bank account, your debts, your failures, or your past mistakes. As the final word, it requires that you continue to act, to give, to obey, and to trust even when it is painful, even when it doesn't make sense, even when the natural world says it is impossible. And here is the promise. When you step out in faith, God moves. He multiplies the little you have. He opens doors that no man can close. He brings favor from unexpected places. He sends help from the people you never imagined would support you. He turns scarcity into abundance, poverty into provision, limitation into freedom. The combination of faith and God's multiplication is unstoppable. Faith opens the door, and God's power fills the room. Faith is the key that unlocks heaven's storehouse. And God, in His mercy and glory, specializes in turning insufficient beginnings into abundant endings. He is waiting for you to trust Him, to step out boldly, to give when it hurts, to obey when it costs you, because it is in those moments the world says impossible. But God says, I am enough, and I will multiply it. Every time you face a financial struggle,